I arrive on site approximately 6:30, maybe 6:45 in the morning, and it's good to be on site at that quiet time as well, just to prepare and to be ready for when the volunteer supports come on site. Our mission is to support older people to remain living independently in their own homes for as long as they wish. And I think that to be able to help them to achieve that, that's fantastic. Our deliveries are all approved suppliers here. They too are regimental in their delivery times, and we're very grateful for that. The volunteers then arrive on site. The door is very busy between 9 and 9:30, and everybody arrives on site, strip away their glamour, on with the protective clothing, and all in one good big team here, all for the right purpose. We have a different team of volunteers every day, so there's a different dynamic in the kitchen every single day. It's never dull. It's fantastic to see everybody working together. So by 10:30 a.m. in the morning, all the meals are ready, packed, labelled with the names. The names are on them if there's a specific dietary requirement, if somebody is gluten-free diet, if they're on a renal diet, if they've diabetes. Everything will be marked accordingly so that it's a double insurance that somebody won't get the wrong meal. By 10:30 then, volunteers and staff sit and have a cup of tea and a scone, and back up then by 5 to 11. The next part of our day then is preparing for the following day, and then the kitchen closes by 1:30. No, I'm not a sergeant major. However, I have a volunteer who was in the army and did refer to me as actually the army was easier, he said. But I sort of took that as a compliment.
She has a unique talent in that she can work with different people on every day of the week and manage to motivate everybody, and has an eye, seeing how people work together, how they get on together. And some people will clash. You will have a clash of personalities, so you just move them around, and it just works extremely well.
I'd encourage other people to get a part of it too, and it's across all generations, it's across all ethnic groups, and that's what makes the dynamic absolutely fabulous here. Everyone's here for their own cause.
When I was confronted with the prospect of retirement, I was reasonably careful in planning a mixture of activities, and I always saw doing voluntary work as an essential part of the rhythm of my week. I seem to be a specialist to an extent in chopping and shaving things and so on. I was very impressed from the beginning that a number of people there are retired chefs in one category or another, whether it was having served in the army as a chef, or having had experience in the catering or in the hospitality industry.
I've been a volunteer 6 years now, and I'll continue doing it for as long as I can, I think anyway, because I get enormous satisfaction from it.
I find it very interesting, and I just decided when I was that age that I'd like to give something back to the community and thanks given for how everything went in our life. But as I have found out, I have got more out of working there than what I have given. So they're all lovely people there, and then I thought that I'd like to get my grandchildren introduced to working, because they had never had work experience before. So I brought Keely and Finton. These are the rest of my some of the rest of my grandchildren, and they're the next generation, so I hope to have them in community catering in a few years' time.
It's a real team effort, and in fact I employed people for years and years, and I've learned an enormous amount by being there. In fact, I wish I'd worked there before I had my own business.
I think the role that our drivers provide is really invaluable to older people and to their families. It's very reassuring to know that your mum or your dad are your uncle or your aunt is receiving a daily visit from one of our drivers.
Help me share my load.
I'm with Cope now for about 7 years, and I was doing it other runs around town for about 3 or 4 years before that.
And into this life we're born.
I meet every kind of person every day. I enjoy doing it because I enjoy meeting the people that I deliver the meals to as well. They're very happy to see me, and I suppose they like to see somebody coming for company as well. Maybe they might not have anybody calling for a few hours every day, so they like to have so I might have a quick chat with them when I deliver the meal.
Help me share my load. Help me share my load. From the dark end of the street to the bright side of the road. Cricket.
During my working life, I had very little time for doing this kind of work, but soon after I retired, it was announced in the church one day that Cope were looking for volunteer drivers, so I decided that I would do it.
That contact is invaluable to them, and it's something they look forward to. And I don't know the half of what's chatted about on the doorstep, or I'm sure, you know, I hear snippets when I go downstairs to the kitchen or to when people are picking up dinners, you know, of other things that they've done for our clients.
Amazing sometimes the questions that they will ask you. I had one particular lady who brought me into her house one day. She put me sitting in the kitchen and she said to me, do you think should I go into a nursing home, you know? And I mean, I wouldn't be in any position to judge that or to even to give an opinion on it, you know, but it just shows the kind of relationship that you can build up.
What I really experience is gratitude, you know, gratitude for the delivery, gratitude for the quality of the meals, you know, disbelief that people do so much volunteering, you know.
I'm living alone, but Irene now comes every 3 months, isn't it, Irene? Yeah.
Now on Thursday night, John rings me, and he's always on about the ladies or the men who come. He's of the dinner lady told me this, and the dinner lady told me that, and it takes a lot of worry off me.
I think they're very handy anyway for me. They know when they come, I have the microwave out there, you know.
When I got married, I wasn't able to cook an egg. I asked my husband, I know I said you put it in the saucepan, but how long was it going to stay in there? And he said, you don't know how long? I said, no, I don't, because I never did that, I said. So he said, all right, I'll do the cooking. He did the cooking ever since that day. I never cooked after that. And thank God for Cope Galway. And that is what I will say from the bottom of my heart. Oh my God, I wouldn't live without it.
I think it's an excellent service. It really is. The food is great. I like it anyhow. I think it's marvellous. And I can't understand why more people don't take advantage of it. Because I know it suits me. No cooking to do, no washing up. It's perfect for me. First of all, I can cook. I decided to buy a duck for myself and cook my own Christmas dinner. Although my son did invite me on. Put the duck in the oven, gave it about an hour and looked in the oven. Black, pure black. Pulled it out. I said, that's all right, I take off the black and I can eat what's underneath. So I took off the black, underneath, pure raw. So I had chips and sausages for my dinner, for my Christmas dinner.
I have enjoyed my meal every day in the middle of the day. I love it. I love the meal. It is different every day, and I get what I want. I love it. It keeps me alive.
Mary likes to have her dinner, her lunch, whatever she likes, her main meal at 1 o'clock in the middle of the day. She's always been used to that at home. So in that regard, it's just bang on the button what Cope do for her. Just a marriage made in heaven, really.
And God bless him, he's very good. He's very good to take me, because all people are a nuisance. Oh, they are, definitely.
One of the big developments I've seen since I've come on board is the lunch clubs, and it's something we're very proud of and very happy about, because it's aimed at a younger group of older people, I suppose, people who are still out and about, but people who still want to be part of their community and to meet their neighbours, and they provide a great way to do that.
I love it. I love coming down every Thursday, and I love helping out. We do have great fun, and we do have great cracking, you know, and everything. And if you're feeling down at all, and by the time you're going home, you're laughing. It's like the City Tribune when we just come here and we have all the news. Teresa, how are you? This is where our 4 gentlemen sit, and if this table isn't set for them, they just look at us. If we put them, mixed them in 1 week where we only had a small group, and they told us they didn't like it, they needed their own table back again. So we said, okay, we'll give you your own table. Do you want to sing?
No, swing on over, thank you.
What a street of Dublin City can be friendly and so bright, but somehow can be so lonely.
The first one we had was in 2009. It was part of Positive Ageing Week, and we celebrated with St Vincent de Paul and Age Action here in the city. And from that day in 2009, we decided we had such a good time that really this was something that could be developed further, and we started talking to community groups. All you need is a hall, a nice space, some committed volunteers. We'll supply the food, and it's a recipe for a great afternoon.
We've had volunteers that have been with us for over 20 years. We have maybe mothers that have, they've retired from work, and they now have some free time on their hands. There's one lady in particular, and she's been doing it since her children were young babies.
We reared 4 children, and when most of them were gone to school, I decided I was going to do something else outside the house, because I wasn't a great one for just domesticity all the time. The people used to love the children coming with me, or one child I used to bring, and she loved coming with them.
I started off down in Eglinton Street. They were all hot meals, and they used to be wrapped in newspaper to keep them warm. So it's much better nowadays with them being chilled. You can talk to them for a minute or two. Before, when they were hot, you were conscious the whole time that you were always in a rush. So there were a few people that would kind of keep you talking.
Well, Una was driving herself, and we decided that was easier that I do the driving and she would do the running. And it's working out well, except there's the odd row, of course.
I used to think the people to whom I was delivering must find it difficult enough with 6 different faces delivering meals every week. So at the beginning it would be rather tense. So you introduce yourself by your Christian name, and once that was established, it became a friendly kind of encounter every day. I have met many, many nice friends over the years, and I do the city centre where there's a lot of old Galway, and I would hear a lot of things about old Galway.
This is my home house, yeah. I was born in this house. Let's go back a few years, like, you know. But I still stayed here, like, you know. I'm so used to it, like, you know, I don't know, would I fish in anywhere else, like, you know. Of course, it's a different Galway than what I knew when I was younger, like, you know, the pace of it is much faster and it's much livelier, like, you know. But you just have to kind of adjust to it, try to fit into it the best you can, like, you know. Yeah, I try and get out, it's important, you know, and you meet people, like, it's important, like, you know, and it's good for the appetite too. Yeah, you eat more, like, and sleep better too, like, you know. And I've been getting the Meals on Wheels for, at least 10, maybe more years, you know. And I find them very nice. There's a different menu every day, and the people that bring them are very nice, and I like to see them. They're a bit of company when they do call, you know. And all round, I have to say that it's a very nice service.
The demand is growing. You know, we have an ageing population. We have more people that we need to provide the service to, and in order to do that, we need to, you know, build up our fundraising opportunities. We rely heavily on donations, and people in Galway are very generous. And I suppose I've found over the years that the older people services are well supported. You know, people want to support an older person to enable them to stay at home.
So today we've had our Radisson Blue Bake Off, so all of our staff have prepared cakes, brought them in today, and we've judged them, so there was the first, second and third prize, and now the cakes are on sale to members of the public as part of a coffee morning.
We have Responsible Business Month every September as part of Residor's Responsible Business plan. We have nominated Cope Galway as our local charity of this year.
We have a variety of funding sources, and of course people pay for their dinners. They pay €6 for their dinner and their dessert, so it's great that people are contributing to that and feel that it's not a charity and it's not something that is given to them, that they're a client of our service, and we're there to make sure that they can get the best service possible.
It's at a cost, but it's well worth it, and particularly for the elderly or somebody that has come out of a hospital. Now, I have come out of a hospital a lot, and I appreciate that I can have a meal sent to me.
Even better, brought to you.
Brought to me. That's my sore arm.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah.
The whole services of Cope can't function without volunteers. You know, you think of the day, maybe I might need this someday myself.
My mum is Tess Hosty, and Tess used to work for what was once called the Galway Social Services. She was one of the, I suppose, the founding members of the Meals on Wheels back in the 70s. Mum is at a great age now. She's 82 since the beginning of January, and I suppose it's something you never think of as a family, but she's on a dementia journey now, and one of the concerns we'd have is in relation to Mum preparing her meals, and she doesn't really have the capacity to do that any longer. You know, you kind of stopped cooking for yourself here in your house in Renmore because it was too much bother to cook for yourself, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then you started getting your meals delivered, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
So wasn't it wonderful that you were able to get your dinner delivered, because that's the same organisation that you used to work with long ago, and now they're bringing your dinner to you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just like a whole circle of life, really. It's absolutely fantastic, and we as a family really appreciate that service is there for Mum and all of the people, you know, in the county and the city that really require the service. So it's just wonderful to know that it's there really for people.
The Q Mark is the highest accolade that an Irish business can achieve. And Cope Galway Community Catering, you, all of you, can now relax in the knowledge that you are officially the joint best food service team in Ireland for hygiene and food safety. So well done.